Hi, kitty. It's okay. So I'm walking through the wash, and it's the first time I've ever seen this bobcat. It's the same one that was in my front yard the other day. Amazing. I scared him a little bit. It's okay, kitty. It's the mama of two other bobcats. I'm John Razimus. And I'm extremely surprised I found a bobcat. Wow, it's the first time I've ever seen one while walking out here. I don't want to bother it. I don't want to harass it. It has two babies. It was in my front yard last week. I was just walking down. I'll show you where I was walking. I just was walking down here and bam. It was hiding right here. Interesting. Very interesting. I wish I was filming, but luckily I did get the bobcat on camera. Amazing. So she might have moved because of that new house is being built. Her bobcat cave was probably destroyed. There are a great number of land moving pieces of equipment up there, and now she has to find a new home for her and her cubs. I was just looking at these plants with these flowers and these seeds. They drop on the ground and it almost looks like fog. It's a pretty cool look. I've seen these things drop before, but never noticed them looking like fog so much. It's pretty cool. I know she has two cubs, so I don't want to go after her and bother her. I was actually on my way to this concrete area I've been to before. But look at that. Look how foggy that looks. Looks pretty cool. So let's just walk in the general direction of where I was going before. I'm going to this concrete area. Man, the mama bobcat. You know, I'm tempted to want to get more footage, but I'm definitely not gonna try to seem threatening to her. She didn't seem too threatened. She looked at me like this bunny, like, what are you doing? And there's food. There is food. So maybe I can feed the bobcat family. There are countless rabbits out here, and so plenty of food for the coyotes, bobcats, and occasionally mountain lions are out here as well. I have seen a mountain lion on a hill out here one time, and he was much bigger than that bobcat. And it was a totally different type of cat, a lot bigger. This bobcat's pretty small. It's the size of a medium-sized dog, but a lot bigger than a house pet cat. So the mama is over here, I guess. You know, I wanted to take this way back here. I just went the wrong way. Forget about it. I'll try to find a shortcut. Just I'm going to this concrete area. This one can be called visible creatures, because you can actually see them this time. All right. I was hoping I'd run into a rattlesnake or javelina. Speaking of javelina, here is some javelina dew, and you can tell by the seeds. They always have a great amount of seeds in their doo-doo, which helps the plant grow. They are definitely herbivores or vegetarians. So javelina only attack you for protective purposes, not to eat you. Okay, here's some more of that stuff. Bunch of seeds in there. Here's this cool effect, which looks like fog when it's not. Hopefully I'll capture something cool, but that bobcat's gonna be the coolest thing on this video, no doubt. I've never filmed a bobcat. I've never even seen a bobcat out here, ever. I've seen a number of tortoises when he was close to the rainy season. It's not too cloudy right now, so chances are tortoises aren't going to be coming out. They really reserve... Ooh, look at that. Now that looks like a hawk. Very cool. He was startled by me talking. Bigger animals hide in the small areas where they can hide. There's not much left for them. I've seen rattlesnakes chilling at the side of what is sometimes covered in water, occasionally, rarely. A lot of javelina have been through here. And the only time I've seen a rattlesnake stretched out, like in the middle, is when they're sunning and catching some rays. When I guess they're a little bit cold, they want to warm up. But it's pretty rare. They're usually on the side. It's kind of cold out here, so they're probably going to be curled up in a ball. Hopefully we find something mysterious. That's a rare scenario. There's a lot of YouTubers out there that they're picking up a Ouija board and they're faking evidence, and it really takes me off because they'll get 1 million views for a fake Ouija board session. And it totally destroys any credibility in the realm, and it encourages kids to play with it. Okay, here's more of the construction site, probably near where the bobcat mama used to live with her 2 babies. I think this is a shortcut to where I'm going. Let's check it out. I'm just getting some exercise. New videos are coming soon. I think the bobcat mama and her cubs are back there somewhere. Probably living amongst under the trees. So there's a secret abandoned homemade house type area which has been demolished, but the concrete base remains. It's secret enough where I haven't seen too much activity there, but every time I find a secret place, the next time I go back, it's covered in litter and kids have destroyed it. So hopefully that's not the case here. It looks like, based on the materials, this house we're going to, former house, it's been decimated. It was built maybe in the 70s. Some cool looking clouds. Any type of animal can be seen around here, but then again, there's a shopping center right there, so I don't know if I passed it. Dang it, did I pass it? Yeah, I think I passed it. Let's see. Trying to remember where this secret concrete foundation for a house that used to be there is. It's pretty hidden. Lots of rabbits. Plenty of food. They're pretty lazy too. I mean, I'm walking up to it and he's like, whatever. Just like all of his ancestors. But, you know, they're food for the coyotes and wild cats. Now we're getting close to a bike path, so bikers don't bother me. I wish I could edit out the boring parts, but I can't, because you know what? Every single one of these inland wilderness videos are going to be 100% unedited. No intro, no outro. Subscribe, like, youtube.com/hoaxhunter. Not hunting for hoaxes today. There's a guy on a bike. Okay. I remember it's pretty close up here somewhere. Let's take a look. Alright, I remember there's a hill. It's on the other side of a hill. More javelina evidence. Javelina are very elusive. You rarely see them. They take off pretty fast. Okay, I'm trying to find a secret hidden area. I'm gonna go off the path. I know it is off the path, which is why not too many people have seen it. Okay. New videos, max headroom. You might not be stoked about that. Try to finish it. The Prisoner, other movie review type analysis videos. A UFO video. It's pretty interesting. All right. I'm gonna try to bust a UFO hoax. Or recreate it. And you decide whether it's busted or not. Using 1997 technology. Dang it. See? if you go down the wrong path, it's very hard to find where I'm looking for. I went down the wrong path and I can't find it. Now we're going back the direction of the Bobcat. Okay. This looks like maybe a coyote dug a hole trying to get to a creature. Okay. Dang it. You know, this place it's complex. It's difficult to find. I'm gonna have to draw a map one of these days of all the interesting places in the wash. More Occult Unmasked episodes coming soon. More book reviews coming soon. Alright. There's a hill. See, last time I was here, the hill was greenish. The whole landscape seems to have changed. I can't even remember. All I know, there was a slope. I don't see the slope anywhere. There was a great hill. I'm not seeing that anywhere. I know it's not way over there near the shopping center. Dang it. Well, you know, whether we find it or not, we're just looking for wild animals. Mysterious things. Hopefully we'll find something. Yeah, this place is so hard to find. I've been there 10 times. You think I would remember, but I can't find it. It's literally almost invisible. A location with almost an invisible entrance. This wash isn't that big. It shouldn't be this hard to find. But I've always had, you know, a little bit of difficulty finding this location. Let's see. Okay. Barbed fence. Oh, here we go. A little bit of a hill and a barbed wire fence. I think we're getting close. Yes. This is it. Right around this tree. Okay. So the guy who illegally put up a house, obviously, dodge taxes, whatever the case may be, he put up a fence. He put up his own fence, keep out wild animals, and he built his own tiny shed of a house right here. You've seen this in a previous video. Just wanted to check it out. Because of the hill right here, all the bikers, the people near these shopping centers, they never see this area right here. It's like invisible to them. Okay, I can only imagine this is where he built his fire to stay warm. And I'm sure he was discovered by the police and forced to find an apartment. But it would be nice to live off the land in your own little shack, secluded away. This is government property zoned for the water that flows through here, so houses cannot be built here legally. Wonder how long this place lasted. I'm surprised it's not covered in garbage. It's one of the few places teenagers haven't destroyed yet. Whew. Apologize if this video is extremely boring, you know. New content coming soon. I could tell a story since we're not seeing too much in the way of the paranormal. I can tell a story. A story, okay. This is where I tried to recreate a L.W. DeLawrence inspired story where someone bought something from his catalog and they thought it was black magic, so they tried to burn it and it wouldn't burn. Check out that video. Just type in Lawrence, L-A-U-R-E-N-C-E. You'll find it on my channel. Oh my gosh. Let's tell a story. Let's see. Well, let's see. Okay. I don't know, you know, I mean, last Saturday, was it last Saturday? I think it was last Saturday. It was either last Saturday or the Saturday before that. I heard a distinct noise in my room. It sounded like someone rotating the wheel on a bank vault or something, just a, but louder than that. It sounded like a ticking, like something being turned with a loud click. And I assumed it was the poltergeist screwing around with my trackball mouse, maybe turning the wheel. And I looked and I tried to reproduce the sound and I couldn't, but I did see that metal that I put on top of my computer desk was moved considerably. I think that's what the noise was. Metal was being pushed. I have sheets of steel on top of my home-built computer desk, and I don't know, I think the thing was sitting up there. I've heard it sit up there multiple times. I'm not being harassed too bad. It's pretty weak in this house I'm living at. But it's residual. It's residual, and it's not in the head. And the people that say sleep paralysis is just, it's a condition, it's scientific, it could be cured. Just watch the Jeff's testimony in my documentary, The Attributes of Demons. In Jeff's testimony, him and his friend experienced the poltergeist entity, the sleep paralysis entity, one with the feet pushing on him and one with the hands grabbing him. Multiple sleep paralysis of two people, one filling the feet, one filling the hands. That's not explainable by science other than invisible entities. Invisible entities are all over the place. Here's a guy on his bike. He's gonna check me out. He's like, oh, what's going on down there? So let's stay away from the limelight. But invisible entities are everywhere. It's not crazy. It's a legitimate thing. You can't see them. So where are they? They're in another dimension. But their dimension stacks exactly on top of our dimension. I made a tweet the other day that Hermeticism, Gnosticism, mysticism, and the other schisms have a lot in common. And that one thing they have in common is egocentrism. And just to elaborate, explain on that a little bit more, the more you read about mysticism, Gnosticism, Hermeticism, and the other schisms in the esotericism and the esoteric realm, the more you're going to read stories of these supposed experts that come to a huge awakening that we are everything and everything is us, and that tree is me and that rock is me, and I'm the creator of the universe, and I'm also that person over there. Now, there is a connection between everything and everyone, but egocentrism is when you think you're the center of the universe, when you think you are the end-all be-all of knowledge, when you think everything came from you, when you think you are God, when you think you are so great that everything's just your imagination in some computer matrix scenario. That's being an egomaniac. That's not the case. There are intelligent entities. There are intelligent entities, far more intelligent than you and me, outside of the self, outside of your realm of knowledge and understanding. There are probably entities checking me out right now that are more intelligent than me. There's probably entities checking me out right now that are far stupider than me. Maybe that comment might tick them off enough to do something. I doubt it. See, I don't taunt and tempt on purpose. If anything, it'll be just a random coincidence if I do taunt or tempt them enough for them to make a move. And that's all on them. But they don't pop out and just start showing themselves on a regular basis. They have rules. They follow guidelines in the lower realms. I think in the higher realms, it's more chain of command, where they have to follow strict angelic guidelines, whereas the lower creatures, they know they're not supposed to show themselves, but they're going to break the rules occasionally. Perhaps they can't even do it unless the conditions are exactly perfect. There's a dimension invisible on top of us. There's an invisible dimension on top of that. There's an invisible dimension on top of that, on top of that, on top of that, on top of that. Atheists, quantum physicists, scientists, doctors, the people in charge of Large Hadron Collider, they all agree these higher dimensions exist. They're trying to prove it on a daily basis by smashing particles into each other. So when I hear atheists say, you're full of crap that there's entities occupying higher dimensions, I want to laugh at you're so stupid. If I'm so stupid, why do they spend $17 billion on the Large Hadron Collider? Because they know those theories are based on something that's so likely, they were willing to take that bet of gambling that $17 billion to find the higher dimensions, and they're positive those higher dimensions exist. As far as me, I'm positive that invisible entities exist. So I've come in contact with multiple invisible entities, enough where they've full-blown introduced themselves. We're not talking alien abduction. We're talking closer to the realm of demon. Demon's an old term, daemon. Wow. The sun is most definitely setting. So I say farewell to you, and I'm gonna have to sign off. If I see anything, maybe I'll try to catch it on night vision. But until next time, this has been John Razimus with youtube.com/hoaxhunter. Like and subscribe. What kind of videos would you like to see? Check out my Patreon to support this channel. youtube.com/hoaxhunter is my YouTube channel, but patreon.com/Razimus is my Patreon. A lot of you Patreons out there. I have 6 patrons, and I consider 7 and 8 and 9. Some of them unsubscribe. But even past patrons, I'm going to give you a discount on my future book, I'm going to keep track the best I can, even past patrons that only gave me $1. That's enough support for me to remember you and thank you. I'm going to give you a discount on my future book coming out next year, Corners of Rooms. Entities, they love angles and corners of rooms and sacred geometry. And I wrote about that to a great extent. It's not finished yet. The process of getting it published, self-published, is the hardest hurdle to get over that, but I'm going to do that, publish that in 2018. Until next time, this has been John Razimus. Be seeing you.